We are
watch now. It says Cinematic Inquisition though.
Ah, shit.
You gotta change that.
Yeah, I'll change that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I ruined everything.
That's fine. This isn't how I do things. I don't normally do this.
People are gonna be so confused. They're gonna be listening and they're gonna be like,
"Oh, I did not do my homework. I literally had 0 time today. I'm lucky to even be on this podcast."
That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. We'll shame you now to your face.
That's fine.
Instead of just shame you
when I'm not around.
When you're not around on the podcast, though.
So, all right.
Could we do a super cut of every time we've made fun of Chris?
Yeah. How long do we have? Like
that'll be if we're ever too lazy or like if we're sick or something,
it
can't produce an episode. We'll just do a clip show of every time we've made
during the Christmas break.
Yeah, we'll do the best of Chris mockery.
I think Mark just volunteered himself to cut it together.
You give me the footage? I'm cool with that.
No, you have to go through every episode and find the footage.
Because it's going to be, I think we do it in every episode.
At least once.
Well, it'd be the audio clips, I guess, then, right? Yeah.
Yeah, just do an audio clip. Mm-hmm. And we can just, for the video, we could just have a picture of me like...
And clip that from this week's episode, because it's on YouTube right now.
Oh, Boo earns.
Well, great job. And have we switched on YouTube over to Scotch Sporting?
Yes.
Or should we submit our box office numbers?
I think Medea's going to be good again.
Is that one won?
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I don't even know what movies are at the movie theater.
Inferno was the new one. That was supposed to be the easy number one. Yeah.
Apparently no one wants to watch it.
I saw Girl on a Train. That was the most recent movie I...
Was it good? I've heard...
It's all right.
The book was really good. Yeah, the book was really good, and I think the movie tips its hand a little bit early.
Oh, big time.
Oh, okay.
Over whodunit.
Especially the casting choice. Like, he looks like a douche.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
You know is that it's a he.
Thanks.
Like, I saw...
Yeah, but I know he looks like a douche. So when I see the douche, I'm like, oh, there's the guy.
The one douche comes on screen. That's him.
It's the guy Mark told me about.
Spoiler. Yeah, Mark warned me about this.
Spoiler. Yeah, it's okay.
Douches.
It's just like it's okay. I mean, it's a decent thriller, but it's slow.
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah, it's like there's.
I've heard people who've read the book say, like, they have a hard time seeing how that be taken from the book into a film.
Yeah, and it's true because it's a lot of like backstory and exposition, and it's like you're supposed to hate the main character,
right?
So it's like you're watching an entire movie hating the main character.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it's a little like she's not good.
I don't like that.
Anyways, speaking of hating the main character, where do we start? With Cam Newton?
Let's do it.
Hating just because it was...
Did you see that outfit?
Yeah, the Joker.
What the fuck? The Joker, I guess? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so...
That meme I saw. It was hilarious.
I feel like this episode's going to be a little more all over the place than usual because I spent most of the day feeling quite nauseous for some reason. I had a big, long wedding weekend out of town, and I think I just ate way too much food. And now today I'm spent in a Scotch Sporting first or maybe Scotch Sporting second. We're doing it dry.
Whoa. That's it. What is that a can of?
This is a can of club soda.
Club soda?
I am a huge fan of the bubbles.
Okay.
I don't like pop because I don't have a sweet tooth and I don't like that much sugar. So we're having the bubbles.
Right.
Okay. It is, let's start with NFL.
Yes.
Hating the main character. First story, Cam Newton and his Joker outfit. So this is first on the list, but it's also in my brain because they were talking about it. I don't know if anyone was watching Monday Night Football. Of the stats, so if he in the last 2 years had 70 hits on him,
Right. I heard this.
He's had 0 penalties.
Zero
What?
roughing the passer.
0.
Zero.
Wow.
And let's see. I screen grabbed the stats. Tom
This
Brady
year,
has
Tom
had
Brady
in the
has
last
7. Oh, is it in the last 2 years? Okay.
the last 2 years, Tom Brady has had 60 hits.
Yeah.
And 5. Drew Brees has had 53 and 10.
And
Now
Rodgers has had, I think it's 3 or 4 in the same time frame.
Now, Mr. Peanut pointed out he's downstairs yelling at the TV, waiting for more children to come. Children.
Children!
Are you going to steal their souls?
He has pants on.
Okay, good. Wow.
He pointed out, unlike Brady and Drew Brees, Cam Newton runs around a lot.
He's a threat to run.
So once he gets out of the pocket, he becomes a receiver, essentially.
Or running back.
Or running back. So, but still, I feel like that doesn't explain.
I mean, that first game this season against Denver, there should have been at least one.
Yeah, that second one when he got smashed in the head.
He got smashed, and that for sure should have been one, and the one earlier probably should have been called too.
Yeah, I think it explains the amount of hits on him, but it doesn't explain the 0 calls.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
really none.
Do the refs have it out for him?
Well, that's. I mean, now you had to take it with a grain of salt because if the Panthers were winning, would he be complaining?
Of course not.
Probably not. So it's a little like, but still, I don't know if we saw those 2 hits yesterday, and they did win that game, right? Yes.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
We saw those the 2 hits that he was really mad about. The one was super delayed after he threw the ball, and then the one was below his knees. Right. Both of those should have been called.
Yep.
Regardless if you're a quarterback or not, below the knees hits.
Yeah, below the knees hits is off. It doesn't matter what position you play.
Yeah.
So do they? And we'll get to soccer talk because there was a non-call.
Oh, there was a bunch of non-calls.
There was that drop kick.
That weird.
Maybe a dive.
The one. So I watched the game for like 15 minutes, and the one where the dude on New York like kicked out his leg and hit the other guy, and the other guy gets a yellow card.
Yeah.
He got a yellow card on another play, right? Like that, the kicking play. So we'll switch to TFC. The kicking play was hilarious because there was no play for the ball. Like he was kicking him.
Yeah.
But then it didn't look hard, and it wasn't at his knees to make him explode forward.
No.
The way he did. So I feel like you are both stupid. Although the kicker should usually be at fault.
I would say so.
If I get bit by Suarez and I fall backwards, I'm a douche for embellishing, but he still bit me.
Right.
So we'll ignore Cam Newton. We'll get back to the refs having it out for him. How the hell was the game?
Oh.
Sorry, we have a barking dog.
Well, let's talk about Cam Newton then. We'll finish our Cam Newton.
We'll roll back around.
Do you think the refs have it out for him?
I don't know.
I think it's hard for them to ref him just because, like they said, he's a different type of quarterback.
No. But you can't. No, because the hits, especially those Denver hits, because that's honestly the only Cam Newton game I've watched this year. Those hits on any other quarterback, if that hit happens to Tom Brady, it gets called.
57 flags.
The CFL refs are calling it. That's how flagrant it is.
There's some refs.
It's like they have it in their head. He's a different type of quarterback. He's 6'5", 200, like almost 300 pounds.
Yeah, and that's where I'm headed with it.
He's different, Mark. You can say it.
No, I'm saying he's a lot bigger than your traditional quarterback.
Right.
Well, and that's
not like who's Jamarcus Russell, who's a linebacker playing quarterback for the Raiders. That's a complete monster. Yeah.
Now, 2 things.
You can't rough that guy. You can't get rough on the quarterback because you can't rough him.
He's over 300 pounds. Yeah.
I don't know how quickly someone whose computer is better than mine can look up Jameis Winston and Tyrod Taylor stats and just see if there's any non-call racial profiling.
Right.
But Mark is officially as smart as Steve Young because that's what he was pointing out on the pregame was not only is he difficult to officiate because he's of color. No, he didn't say that. He's difficult to officiate because he's so big. They said unless you've stood next to him, you don't understand how big he is. And that's hard to call because you can't see it. And I remember people were saying that about LeBron, always about LeBron, how hard he is to ref because he's so giant. You don't want to stop the play when someone fouls him because he can just barrel through. And because he's so big, it's hard to tell if he's being fouled or he's doing the fouling.
Big and fast, which is like an odd combination.
Yeah, like you run at LeBron James and bounce backwards. It might look like he hit you, but it's like that's really hard to tell.
Yeah.
So while we look up racial profiling,
I can't find stats on this. I'm looking, but I can't seem to find.
Have there been any
stats.
roughing the passer calls on Jameis Winston and Tyrod Taylor this year?
Ooh.
Maybe we can just look at it that way. Because I feel this.
Well, how about if we look at another quarterback that runs a lot that isn't black, like Mariota from Tennessee?
He's colored though. We need a white guy that runs.
Well, Steve Young was that guy.
Yeah, that's true. We need a white guy that runs around.
Where's Tim Tebow when you need him?
Playing baseball.
Oh, right. No roughing the passer there.
God, what an idiot. I feel like this podcast is going to get a little racial because I also want to talk about Evander Kane. So, is the barking dog settled down?
Yes.
Tell us about soccer. Mostly because you're the only people that can explain it.
I just want to ask one question. What was it like to be in BMO Field and there be other people there?
There was 28,000 people there last night.
It's insane. It looked insane.
So you were I don't understand what it's like going to BMO Field with a bag and not being able to put it on the chair beside you.
Right.
Yeah.
Had to hold my purse the whole time.
The whole time.
Oh my god.
We don't know that feeling.
No, when I go to BMO, I get a whole row to myself. Stretch out.
No, you gotta get up when the people get up, and
oh man.
The funny part was that most of the time, the entire stadium kind of acted as one person. So if we all thought something was going to happen, everybody stood up. There wasn't like the first row would stand up, the second row would stand up, and it would just go. Everybody stood up at the same time.
Oh, nice.
And how many times did stuff happen?
At least 2 times. At least 2 times.
2 times.
At least 2 times.
And that was
hey, you know what? There were no away goals.
There were no away goals.
Which is very exciting, Chris.
I know.
It's a good thing.
I know.
So if Toronto loses 1-0, they still advance.
They
Correct.
still win.
They need to lose by 3 goals in New York.
Because if they lose 2-0, they go to shootout?
They'll go to penalty kicks. They'll go to extra time first, and then they'll go to penalty kicks.
Oh, they will go to extra time. Golden goal extra time or just extra time?
No, they'll play the entire 30 minutes.
So it'll go. It could be 2-0, and there still has to be a shootout.
Well, yeah, because they got to decide who wins.
Well, extra time first, like Tyler said. Then
because it's aggregate scoring.
Can't they just do a best 2 out of 3 series?
Or just one and done. Like all of soccer is one and done.
No, it's not.
Oh, not all soccer.
There's no series in soccer.
Every cup
they do this
playoff game, like the European, like if it's a league team and it's a cup game, it's like the Champions League and the Europa League and all that kind of stuff.
Conquistador.
It's always either a round robin,
Bundesliga.
Yeah, or it goes into the home and home series.
Crazy.
I'll never understand it. So tell us about the atmosphere versus the Jays playoff.
It was pretty similar. Like it was kind of that same crazy atmosphere. The fans were crazy. The only thing that would be different is that the supporter section does not stop cheering.
Drunker? Who has the drunkest fans?
Oh, TFC.
Wow.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Nobody threw anything on the field though.
Or at a baby like last year.
Or at a baby.
Right. The TFC fans would rather take their shirt off and jump up and down and
Gotcha.
yell stuff at the opposing team than throw anything.
And at reporters.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say, so because I've like Jay's drunk fans are really douchey drunk fans.
Yeah.
But TFC fans are just like drunk soccer hooligans, right? Like I just want to put my arm around you and sing a hoedown.
Exactly.
I don't think
90 minutes straight.
Wow.
Yeah.
I do want to go to a game because I've never been to like a real soccer game. I don't know. There was now. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is this their first playoff game, or is this their first playoff game at home?
Last year was their first playoff game.
Yeah, last year they had their first playoff game against Montreal in Montreal.
Ladies and gentlemen, Harrison Smith.
Go Vikings.
Go Vikings. Woo!
Yeah, and they got pumped by Montreal. And then Wednesday they played Philadelphia at home, and they won that. And then this was their second home playoff game.
Okay.
It was
so
their
they have
second.
to royally screw up to not go to the next round.
Yes.
So just play the trap, to use a hockey term.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Don't let them score more than one goal, and you're fine.
Just be trap queens, to use a Fetty Wap term.
I don't know what a Fetty Wap is.
Oh. Can you clip that too? Because that might be the most daddish thing Chris ever said.
How? What?
I don't know what a Fetty Wap is.
I don't know.
Rapper, Chris.
Oh, I see. Oh, okay.
So doing the math, even if Toronto loses 3-1, they still advance, correct?
They still win,
That one goal counts as 2.
Yep.
Well, yes.
Only because it's tied.
Yeah.
It doesn't go to scoring unless the game is tied.
Like if it's 2-1, or if it's 3-1 and it's tied 3-3 on aggregate, but Toronto has scored more away goals than New York.
Yeah, they still advance.
Yeah.
I love how every time we try and talk soccer and we want to talk about issues or report on the game, it just always dissolves into wait. What?
An away goal is worth 2.
We never.
And
it always dissolves
now
into
I have
us
the
not
fucking
understanding.
No, it's still us.
Ugh.
It's still,
Mine's barking too, though. So it's.
I feel Chris's dog is more yipping.
Oh yeah,
That's
she's
a
a pain.
yip.
She's a pain in the ass. It's because she's
It's
a
just in
sheep.
circles.
She's not even a real dog. She's a rat.
She's a cotton ball with googly eyes.
Yes.
Have we talked about team names? Toronto,
What do you mean?
Well,
soccer team names,
Not really.
and how do
No.
some have names and then some don't?
Yeah, like why is it TFC and why is it the LA Galaxy?
I like Sporting.
Sporting.
or the crew.
Do we have an answer for this? Do we agree that it's? I don't like it.
It's ridiculous.
Chicago, like, why would you name your team after a disaster that happened?
This
in your
is
city?
true. This is true. Like
Because a lot of these teams are imported from other leagues, that's why.
the Haiti,
That's
the
team name.
Haiti earthquakes. Bad
The
idea.
Haiti constant hurricanes. Chris made a worse joke first.
All I'm gonna say in regards to team names in the MLS for soccer is America,
America.
and
But some
they need
American
to have
teams don't have team like.
but like the New York Red Bulls and then the New York City FC.
The Red Bulls. They're named after a fucking energy drink.
No, because
So-
the energy drink owns them.
Yeah, the energy drink owns them. They own the stadium. They play at Red Bull Stadium. What happens when Red Bull does not support this team anymore? What happens?
That's never going to happen.
Right? Like,
Then they become the New York Red Space Bulls.
Right.
So
I don't think it's Bulls.
The
I think it's just Bull. Just Red Bull.
The Bulls that are red.
Red Bull. New York Bull Reds.
Bull Red.
And is Toronto Till I Die, is that their official slogan?
No, I think
Is that just
I
this
think
year?
it's their playoff slogan.
That's just a cool. I don't know if I like that. As people who are fans of the teams not from Toronto.
Yeah, their
you guys
slogan
like it?
is all for one. Is their
I don't like it because I'm not from Toronto.
Yeah.
For one, like the song, All for One, with
Rod Stewart,
Rod Stewart and
Bryan Adams,
yes.
and Sting.
and Sting. Oh my god, that was Sting too. Oh my god, that was a great song.
That might be the most dad thing you've ever said.
Come on now.
What's a Fetty Wap? And that's a great song.
It's a good song.
It's all cheese.
Yeah. And not enough Canadian no, that wasn't the not enough Canadian content one. It was the Robin Hood song that wasn't enough Canadian content.
That's true.
It was Robin Hood song.
That's a good song.
It is a good song.
The Robin Hood song.
Is that everything I do?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we're gonna call it the Robin Hood song from now
It's
on.
Robin Hood song.
I just want to make sure. He's got a bunch of toe tappers, that Bryan Adams.
He's a national treasure.
And now he's England's national treasure. Yeah, I just got breaking news.
Breaking. Beep, 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 beep.
Roger Goodell to speak with Panthers Cam Newton over safety concerns.
I was hoping it was going to be Roger Goodell to step down at end of season. That's what I was hoping you were
That's
gonna
never
say.
gonna happen.
Roger Goodell concerned for his own safety.
Although I'm reading here, he apparently is gonna tell Cam that they've missed 3 calls on him since the start of the 2013 season, but that other quarterbacks have more missed calls.
Like Jameis Winston and Tyrod Taylor.
and
No,
we're seeing
actually-
a pattern here.
Jay Cutler, Alex Smith, Geno
Uh-huh.
Smith, Josh McCown, Andrew
Joe
Luck,
Smith.
Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco, Ben Roethlisberger, Case Keenum, and Ryan Tannehill.
Oh,
Teeny Hill. Are you just naming every quarterback?
yeah.
No, just what was on the list.
Yeah, you didn't name Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't on there.
Our ginger overlord.
Okay.
All hail Andy Dalton. Tyler, I don't know if anyone could see about calls on Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota as a similar quarterback, and Tyrod Taylor. I am very curious about rampant racism.
Systematic, the racism in the NFL.
Right?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? We were talking, me and Dave, this guy I play online game with, we were talking about how many centers in the National Football League that are black.
This is crazy. It's crazy.
Is what, only 3, did he say?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And not a single white cornerback in the NFL that starts.
That's also crazy.
Wow. Segregation is alive and well.
Yeah.
Well, Katie, you have to answer for the racism of your team and ditching their only black player. I'm just kidding. I think they have a couple more. What was with that move?
Is my favorite. Donta.
Is that just so the Patriots traded one of their better linebackers in Jamie Collins, who I just read has not played a game but has immediately become the Browns' best.
Oh, yeah.
By far hasn't touched the ball for them yet. And
That's how bad the Browns are.
But I don't think he's played. He definitely didn't play on Sunday. And I don't think he played last week either, but I could be wrong. But he's been out a couple of weeks. So, you know, my friend Bill, if you don't toe the line, you either sit down or you go bye-bye.
Get out.
Yeah, jeez.
And he's got that contract coming up, right? Because he's done his rookie deal.
Little
apparently
Mr.
He wants Von Miller money.
Yeah, that's true. More breaking news. My friend sent me a screen grab just with the caption, "Welcome to Hell." I don't know if you can see Sam Bradford's face.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Yep.
And he has not manipulated this photo at all.
What is going on with his eye?
That's his dirt bite. Did he might have gotten hit by Negan's bat?
Ugh.
Mm.
Oh.
He's not a real person.
Way too soon.
Sorry, spoilers.
Well, you didn't say who got hit by Negan's bat, so you're okay.
You just
Unless you've read the comics, then you already know.
Oh, spoilers, Mark.
What? If you read the comics?
You're not supposed to even say that, Mark.
did I tell my PBR story last week's podcast?
No.
So we have Rogers Cable, and you can only record 2 things at the same time, and you can't watch a third thing with what we have
Time for an upgrade.
with our next box. So Dave was recording 2 things, one of them being The Walking Dead, one of them I think being The Strain or something. Family Guy. I wanted to watch something else, most likely some trash on TLC. And it was like, you can't, it's a programming conflict. You have to cancel one of the things you're doing. So I canceled what I was watching, and it flipped to The Walking Dead right
Right as they showed?
right as he swung the bat.
Nice.
And I was quite
good.
upset.
And you can't unsee it.
You can't unsee it.
Wait,
and that's
you didn't wait through all the painfulness of the half hour it took you to get you there.
Well, yeah, that's why when I was like, I'll wait for Family Guy to end, like it's 2 minutes, and thinking Walking Dead wouldn't be like, they took it half an hour to get to the climax of the episode.
It was a painful episode.
I heard. More painful for people that got hit, I'm assuming. Anyways,
I would imagine.
that's Sam Bradford and his dirt bike. God damn it, I have idiot friends. One of his eyes is always fucking sideways. Welcome to hell. And then send that picture. That's why he's been so good this year. They don't know where he's looking.
Looking at me?
Yeah, are you looking at me? Which receiver are you looking at? I don't fucking know. I had
Read his eyes. We can't.
We can't. We don't know where he's gonna go.
God.
Let's talk about sex.
Baby.
Let's talk about you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all the good things
And the bad things?
that make me.
No, none of the bad
talk
things.
About sex.
None of the bad things.
What?
Only good sex things. So during the Patriots-Bills game, someone hucked
And chucked.
and chucked a giant wang.
Hello.
Just a white, rubbery...
Hello.
Yes, Chris.
I have a question.
Yep, I assume you men will have a lot of questions. Go ahead.
Where do you put the dildo when you're sneaking it into the stadium?
Yes,
In the crotchal region. Where else?
Right, and that's what I'm thinking. You could just put it in, and it doesn't matter because I just have an enormous dong.
Exactly. The guy's like, what's the bulge in your pants? My penis.
I am erect right now.
100%.
That was a good one.
Excuse me, sir. What's that in your pants?
Well, I'm happy to see you, sir.
If I have to tell you,
I just have an erection. So I had
At the TFC stadium last night. That guy did not look in any of the zippered pockets of my purse.
You could have had 7 dildos in there.
I could have had all sorts of things in there.
All sorts of different dildos. Now, did he buy this? I'm assuming it's a he because no woman would waste that.
They sell it at the Buffalo fan shop.
it's not blue and red though.
Not anymore, it's not.
Oh, that's funny.
All the
Some of you all saw Gronk being asked about it after the...
Amazing.
And on the day he did his 69th touchdown.
Mhm.
And now he's going to just stay at 69 for the rest of the season. Just to say he did.
Probably for the rest of his career, he'd just be like,
Just
"What?
retires.
69's the best
Hello?
He'll catch the ball, run, and then just jump out at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, nope.
every time."
It would have been funny if it had come on the field after his 69th touchdown.
Yeah, it would have been funnier.
Like, he's in the end zone.
That's what I was hoping it was. I was hoping that timing worked out. I want to know, did this fan buy this giant dildo specifically, or did he take his wife's or
This feels like
Or
this
boyfriends.
feels like we need to have this person on the show because these are the important questions.
Yeah. And if
Awesome.
you're packing for the game,
Okay, I got my
Honey?
toque, I got my gloves.
honey, did you bring your dick? Yeah, I got my peanuts for later. I got my beer for tailgating. Honey,
I wonder if he drove halfway to the stadium and was like, "Oh shit, I forgot the dildo."
Oh, go.
go. He's patting him down like, yeah, tickets, wallet, glasses, dildo. Fuck, turn around. Debbie, we have to go back.
Brought my dildo.
You're not taking my dildo again, are you? So he brought it specifically, or he had it because he was masturbating at the game?
Oh, we brought it specifically for sure.
Mark, sometimes men like other. You gave me a fun.
I like how you have to explain it to Mark like he doesn't understand.
Oh, Mark is like, oh, how do you be masturbating with the dildo? But sometimes men like.
Oh, buzzed.
Speaking of dildo, that was oddly time vibrating. Yeah, I have so many questions for this guy. We have to put ourselves in his shoes.
I don't think we can put ourselves in the shoes of a Buffalo Bills fan.
Did he? No.
No.
Okay, so if by chance you are a Buffalo Bills fan, if you are this Buffalo Bills fan and you are listening to this show, please get in touch with us.
And I'll also go any Buffalo Bills fan.
Any Buffalo Bills fan.
Is this a thing with you?
One of my EAs is a Buffalo Bills fan. I'll ask him tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, we know a couple Bills fans. So
Is this like the sexy rat in Florida, octopus in Detroit? It's penis in Buffalo.
It's a new thing.
It's the industry that they're known for. Prostitution.
Interesting.
Is it?
Sexist?
And the fact it was such a white.
Yeah. Like it was really white. That's what really I'm like, wow, that's really like stark contrast to the
It
field.
was very anatomical.
Yes.
That's like
before you move on.
My favorite
Really?
meme. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Okay, my favorite meme regarding this was there was the picture of it on the field, and it's like, oh, I sure hope Tom Brady gets his mouth guard back.
I have roughing the passer penalties for the 2016.
I was gonna say. I thought you were gonna say before we move on from this specific dildo conversation.
Yeah, let's move on to a different dildo conversation. And
Okay.
no. So there are a few teams who have not been the beneficiary of a roughing the passer this year.
And those teams would be
Houston,
okay.
Pittsburgh,
Okay.
White.
Chicago, Denver,
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Miami, Kansas City, Tampa Bay, Carolina, and Green Bay.
Wow.
A lot of white quarterbacks.
That is a lot of white quarterbacks.
There
Your
are
life's been known to be hit a lot too.
Buffalo has had one, so Mr. Tyrod Taylor has been hit once.
Obvious racism.
Detroit has benefited from one. Atlanta, one. Cleveland, one. Arizona, LA, Giants, Seattle, Oakland, San Fran, Minnesota, San Diego, Jacksonville, and Indianapolis.
So this isn't the NFL takedown I thought it was gonna be.
No.
I don't think so.
And the Patriots didn't make your list.
The Patriots have two.
Yep.
There are two teams at 4, Baltimore and Washington.
Oh, so those are the crybaby quarterbacks.
Yes. Flacco.
Flacco and Cousins.
Cousins.
If you before Tyler said that, if you said the crybaby quarterbacks, we totally would have named those guys anyway.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
No
And then
questions.
New Orleans and Jets are at 3. and then Tennessee, Dallas, New England, Philadelphia are all at 2.
Interesting. So
There you go.
it's a problem with the NFL as a whole and not them necessarily being incredible racists.
There we
Yeah.
go. So we disproved it. We hypothesized it and disproved it all in the same episode.
Damn it, I wanted scandal.
Science.
Well, we can scandalize about jerseys.
Yes.
We have a New Jersey question.
Yes.
A new...
Not about New Jersey, though.
No one cares about that state.
Jet jersey.
They're New York.
Yeah, where do they play?
Okay.
New Jersey.
So, Chris had an interesting question. We argued about it briefly in Slack. Let's argue about it in real life.
Slack's not real life?
No. We can't see each other and feel the passion behind it. You are in London.
No.
It is Bengals v. Washington. That is who played, right? Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Can you show up wearing your Patriots jersey?
Yep.
I say
But
yes.
I'm of the opinion you can wear
I
your
say
Patriots
no.
jersey any- all the time.
Can you show up wearing your Steelers jersey?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I would like to preface this by saying that the commentators during the game mentioned it multiple times that they saw every single team represented in London at the game.
That's good. See, this is a good thing because they're trying to grow the sport over there. So, if that's happening, that means that there's genuine interest. And that's what you want.
Yeah, I'd love I've always heard anecdotally, I don't know if there's any stats on it, that it's been mostly expats. And I don't know if they're getting many local Englanders to these games.
So it's just people who used to be American.
Yeah. Now, we have 2 yeses.
I don't know. It's a pretty big stadium to fill with only people who used to be American.
Yeah, I've just heard that anecdotally, or at least maybe when they first started it was mostly sold out, but like hosers living in London being like, oh, cool.
Posers.
Now, let's hear the pros.
Gotta love Halloween. Anyways, yes.
The pros for wearing any team jersey. Let's hear your argument first.
Pros? Like
pros.
I said, you're trying to grow the sport in a foreign country. The last thing you want to do is shun people for wearing a jersey of a team that's not playing. You want people excited about the NFL in England. That's what you want.
But you're from the perspective of the fan. But you're still like, whatever,
You know what? It's like the Grey Cup. So if you go to the Grey Cup, there will be people in, and it doesn't matter which teams are playing. There'll be Riders jerseys, there'll be Argos jerseys, there'll be Stamps, they'll be there for sure. There'll be Edmonton, they'll probably be there as well. Ottawa, Hamilton, every team will be represented in the stands jerseys. Guaranteed.
It's a special event, and you see this.
It's a special event. This is the same thing, even though they do it every week now. It's still a special event.
Katie, did you have any?
I agree. I think that you're looking at like their opportunities to go to these games are limited. Yeah, they're not as limited as they used to be, but they're limited significantly compared to, say, if you lived in Minnesota and could go to a game once every 2 weeks or one, right? That you're now just like having an opportunity to actually go and watch a sport that maybe you do have a budding interest in, but a particular team is the one that you found is closest to your heart. I mean, that's how we all feel about it too, right? That you want to be proud of, hey, I'm a fan. It maybe isn't of one of these teams, but I know this sport. I'm into this sport. I want to see my team here.
You're pulling as let's get the Patriots to be the silly nannies in London.
Right?
Now, Mark, you are a con. Tyler, I don't know what side of the fence you're on. Mark, let's hear your con argument.
Well, it's like Chris said. It's now become a weekly thing, and they've signed deals to extend this all the way to 2021 and expanded to different areas in London as well, not just at Wembley Stadium. So
I thought it wasn't just at Wembley Stadium
Yeah,
this
they
year. I
were.
thought
Oh,
They've
done
been
other
at
stadiums this year,
the
too.
last 2 weeks. They've been at different stadiums, different football stadiums.
and next month they're going to be in Mexico.
But Mark,
Perfect.
that doesn't mean that every week someone from, I don't know.
But it's not a special event anymore. If it's going to be something that's happening regularly.
yes, it is. It's a special event
No.
because they
from
don't.
Liverpool
Then
can't go
why can't I
see
wear my
their-
Leafs jersey to the Heritage Classic in Edmonton if I'm in Edmonton?
Go for it.
No, that's also wrong. Now, I was originally on
Leafs jersey at the Heritage Classic is completely different.
How is it completely different? Heritage Classic is a special event.
Okay, but I think you're missing the point of you can't see your team there on a regular basis. You can see your team in Toronto, and you've seen
So
your
if I'm a
team
Jays fan living in Vancouver, I drive down
Yeah.
Seattle. It's Seattle playing against the Oakland A's. I can wear my Jays jersey.
Why wouldn't you
Okay.
just wait to see the Jays in Seattle?
Wait and see the Jays.
It doesn't sync up with my work schedule. This is the only time I can go.
Or if
Then
you live
you
in San
can be a
Francisco, you're a
fan
Jays
for-
fan. You're never going to see the Jays, but you love
might
the
be-
Jays.
Then you drive to Los Angeles.
You find somewhere where you can go see them.
This is suddenly
Like,
very
say something
expensive.
about London fans.
And if you live in San Francisco, Oakland is right across the bay. You're going to see the Jays there.
And to be honest, I may change my tune when there's a game. You know, every team is there once a season, and
Exactly.
Actually,
But-
only 8 teams have not gone to London yet.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if I'm a Patriots fan living in London and I haven't seen, now they've been, so that's a bad example. But if I'm a Patriots fan and I'm living in London and I haven't had a chance to see my team play, but I'm getting to go to an NFL game, which I've never had the chance to do, and I'm 45 years old, and my whole life I've wanted to see an NFL game, and I'm a huge Patriots fan.
I like
you're
that's
gonna
as
tell
high
me
as you
I
went.
can't-
45. Might as well be dead.
But at the end of the day, you're wearing the jersey to support your team. That's why you buy the jersey. That's why you buy the jersey to go to the game.
Right.
Now,
Now you're supporting the league and the event, and this is something that, I want to be a part of, but this is my team.
who
No,
brought
So
up
again,
the
Then
Buffalo
my example in the
Toronto
Slack
fight?
chat was when the MLB opened their season in Japan. Could you wear your Jays jersey to the? I think
If you live in Japan and you're
you're
a
a
Blue
Blue
Jays
Jays
fan,
Yeah.
you can wear a Blue Jays jersey to the game in Japan. Absolutely.
Read.
Because
I'm on board.
you cannot easily see a Blue Jays game.
I need to
Well, then you
pause.
can say. Okay, hold on.
I just need to
So-
pause because I love the point. We've heard from the pros a lot because you also happen to be the loudest people on the podcast.
Oh.
We still don't know Tyler's opinion, and the only point I wanted to make was I was on Katie and Chris's side until I think Mark made the point of the Buffalo and Toronto games.
But I think
that was my first
Go.
NFL game.
Right.
Was in Toronto.
Well, you're a sucker for paying that much money to go to a game.
My mommy bought the tickets.
I think
Well,
that's
she's a
different
sucker.
because you can easily access the Bill. Like, there's a lot of Bills fans in Toronto. It's technically the home NFL team.
But what if I was going to say Seattle, but that would be wrong because they played. So I'm a huge Steelers fan. They
played.
never.
That was the first game.
I thought Miami was the first.
The first, it was the preseason game was the Steelers and the.
Okay, so I'm a huge.
I went to that one.
I'm a big 49. Mark's a 49ers fan. He actually is a 49ers fan. I am assuming, thus far has not had an opportunity to see the 49ers in person.
No.
And I don't know how easy it is for you to get to an NFL game.
Oh, if he
So-
wants to go to a 49ers game, it's actually really easy.
Would we be cool with Mark wearing his 49ers jersey to that very first regular season Buffalo-Miami game because Mark's like, holy shit, there's football in Toronto.
No.
I'm cool with it.
See, I'm not, but that's because he could go to Detroit, he could go to Buffalo, he could go to fucking Pittsburgh's not that far, Cleveland's not that far.
Okay,
There's
so what's to
options.
stop English football fans from wearing their football jerseys to TFC games?
Well,
They do all the time.
there you go.
And that's a jersey foul then.
It's not. If you're wearing a Liverpool jersey to a TFC game, it's the same colors and you're a football fan.
Then you're a
You're
Steelers wearing Then
See,
now
you're
we're
the
getting
Steelers
crazy.
fan at a Ticats game, and it's
Ticats
like,
game,
it's
and
the
that's
same
wrong.
color. No, it's wrong.
Tyler,
Not the same sport.
Tyler, do you have
It's
an
football,
opinion,
football.
or are you just quietly sobbing to yourself?
He knows what the right answer is.
Gee,
I
keeping in mind,
am-
Katie's
I-
probably going to hit you later.
Katie told me
Yeah.
the right answer
Oh.
already.
The moment I asked the question, I was for wearing the jersey in London.
Okay.
But like,
And he's an Englishman.
and I know Englishmen and Welshmen who love the NFL.
Shout out to Alan, Julie _ on our NFL pick'em.
Who forgot to make his picks this week.
Oh.
We should
Yeah.
also point out that Tay's dad and I had a really good week.
Yeah, you guys did.
My dad's
Absolutely.
doing
He
good.
won behind you guys.
Yeah, but you're not going to win
Pick
the.
Minnesota though.
Everyone picked.
Everyone
Minnesota.
took Minnesota.
So we're ending this 3-2.
There's another linesman down.
Because I think that gives precedence for those who can't afford to go these games to wear the jersey wherever. And we've already established that's wrong.
If I was
No, I don't think that's. I don't agree with.
a fan living in England and I couldn't afford to go to an NFL game, I would still wear my jersey.
I feel I not that I don't respect you at all, Chris. I feel like I respect Katie a bit more because
Okay.
she's being completely black and white on this and like wear your jersey wherever.
Right.
And I feel like
I'm
you're
I'm
living in this
definitely-
weird gray area where London.
Yeah, I'm definitely like all over the place. I got
Yeah.
you. I see what you're saying.
I'm within reason though. Like I'm not okay with you wearing your Leafs jersey to a TFC game. That's ridiculous. Just because they both play in Toronto does not make it right.
How about if you wear an Argos jersey that says "Go Leafs, go"?
Nope, wrong.
Now, this is a really good segue because I think this is all solved by wearing a hat.
Yes.
Like, we can yell forever about jerseys. Hats, I think you can do whatever, wherever. I think you could have worn your Cardinals hat. I think you could have worn your CFL hat. I think hats are like yay football.
Okay, so if I was in London,
Yeah.
and there's the Browns are playing the Jaguars,
Yeah.
and I wear my Andy Fantuz jersey.
No jersey.
No jersey.
No
Can't
jersey.
wear my Andy Fantuz jersey.
No.
No.
I am Mark's on Mark's side.
Almost the same sport.
It's a jersey foul. I think hat, you can wear whatever you want.
Okay.
Which is a good transition to who knew that John Hamm was the ultimate troll.
Okay, this troll makes 0 sense.
So
0 cents.
It's like that guy in the Miami jersey behind home plate.
yeah, there was a guy in a Marlins jersey.
In
Right,
the
that we
National
complained
Dodgers
about.
series. Yeah.
R.I.P. Jose Fernandez, you coked up. Jesus. We'll just-
like, let's be sad for the guy that did a shit ton of coke and was drunk out of his mind and killed 5 people or 6, whatever it was. So
it's so sad, and I don't even want to talk about it because it went from a really
Sad story too.
really sad story to like, you goddamn idiot.
yeah.
Anyways,
And then there's those who are like, "Hey, we don't care how he died. We still want to be sad about it." Like, no, take your head out of the fucking sand.
it's
And,
still
you know,
like it's still I'd be so angry. Anyways, so John Hamm, ultimate troll, wears a Cardinals hat in Chicago to the Chicago-Cleveland game. Yes,
But
Chris.
he wears a circa 1908 Cardinals hat.
That's even trollier.
Now see, this is the part where I don't think it's that much of a troll because one, Chicago won the World Series in 1908.
Yeah.
So bad troll.
Here's,
If you
really want to troll,
what would have
get
been a
the
better
championship
troll
jerseys.
is
of the Cardinals.
if you show up. When did they they lost in 1940? 45 to the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah.
So if you show up in a circa 45 Tigers hat, now that's a troll.
Or a Steve Bartman hat.
Or that is a fantastic troll. I would just dress like him.
Or how about your Cardinals championship jersey that you won like numerous times since the Cubs.
And that's fine too. That's okay too. It's the same division, right?
Yep.
So
Yes.
was it intentional?
Yeah, of course it was.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's silly.
And this is where, like, I know I said 2 minutes ago, hats were fair game. I think in a World Series situation, just don't wear your hat.
Well,
No.
the thing with baseball's hat is part of the uniform. I can see that. Whereas a hat you don't see in football or hockey. They don't wear that on the field. But
That's
in
true.
baseball,
I think it would be just as easy to not wear a hat.
Yes, agreed.
Now, when we did our road trip last year, we went to tons of stadiums. Dave wore his Jays hat wherever we went. And even in a couple places, I was like, a couple of them were, it was like Washington, Philly, and it was like, no one cares about the Jays. But even that, we went to a couple New York games, and that was a little bit like, ugh, I hope no one gets mad at us. I can't imagine doing that in a playoff game or a World Series game. Like, can you imagine someone coming to the Jays Cleveland
Cleveland.
series and wearing
With
a
a-
Yankee hat?
A Red Sox hat. Well, you would just yell at them the whole game because like you got eliminated by these guys, so that's a bad example.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yankees. But I mean, your team didn't make the playoffs, so who cares?
So he did it on purpose?
Yeah,
Or he was just like, was he doing it on purpose to troll, or he was just like, this is my baseball hat?
I have a hat.
Yeah, I have a hat.
I'm sure he has many hats. If he has a Cardinals hat,
He's
people
John
who buy
Hamm.
hats have more than one hat.
Oh, cool.
He's-
You brought your hat.
And he's John Hamm.
He's John
Yes,
Hamm.
Chris has a point. He has plenty of money.
I also like that point because I think it's true. No one person in the universe owns an baseball hat.
Yeah.
Nope.
If you own one, you own multiple.
Yes.
Mhm.
No one owns just a hat.
Yeah. This is my only hat I wear everywhere. No.
Yeah. This is my one. It's my thing. Yeah, it's also not like it was. Trying to think of someone whose shtick is a hat. Kenny Chesney. It's not like he was wearing his cowboy hat and he's like,
Yeah.
"This is my hat."
Hold on, left field.
Mhm.
I couldn't. Is anyone just famous for wearing a baseball hat all the time?
Fred Durst.
Fred Durst.
Is he still famous though?
Yeah.
Yeah, we said famous.
Okay.
You know his name. You know who he is. You know all about the nookie.
And it's a red.
What?
Is it a Cardinals hat? It's red.
It could be. It could be a Cardinals hat.
Does he just? Yeah, if Fred Durst shows up, that's his thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't wear
Where's that?
backwards though. He doesn't wear forwards though. So you never know.
Whatever.
You never know. Yeah, just like it's not like John Hamm doesn't have money. Go buy a different hat.
Mhm.
Winners sells lots of blank baseball hats. It isn't even a team. You can just buy like a black baseball hat.
You could.
You should have gone to Winners.
John Hamm doesn't need to shop at No Winners.
Exactly. Tell us about the CFL because you weren't on last week.
So the East Division is a joke.
Yep.
I have zero faith in the Ticats making it out of the first round of the playoffs. Edmonton's going to roll us. They're going to roll Ottawa, and it's going to be Calgary, Edmonton, Grey Cup for the first time ever in Toronto.
Yeah,
So,
have fun selling those tickets. Like,
Yeah,
you
like-
have trouble selling Grey Cup tickets now, have it both Alberta teams. And, like, Saskatchewan fans would travel. Ottawa, Hamilton, Toronto. I was going to say Toronto fans, but that's an oxymoron. Ottawa and Hamilton would travel.
Yeah.
Montreal fans even might travel. If it's Calgary, Edmonton, you're not getting anyone. I am excited to purchase those tickets last minute on StubHub for very
For 10
cheap.
bucks. For 10 bucks.
for very cheap, yeah.
What's our
I-
limit? What is Scotch Sporting going to the Grey Cup at? $20 a
Yeah,
ticket?
Tyler and I just talked about this yesterday at the THC game. What are we willing to spend?
If
I'd
we
say
get
20.
$20, if we
Yeah,
can get
20 bucks. 20 bucks I'm in.
I'm in for
All
sure.
right.
All right, let's pencil it in our calendars.
And do we go in our Ticats jersey then?
Of
like
course,
you said, Chris.
you
No,
have
I'm
to.
gonna wear my Patriots jersey.
You gonna wear which?
My
Your Patriots jersey. I'll allow it because I
That's
like
really-
you. Katie.
Although
That's
she
actually-
she won't be the only person wearing an NFL jersey, as we've already known. Going
Oh
through
yeah,
the
no,
season.
definitely
Yeah.
not. Definitely not.
I will buy a Steelers jersey.
I will kill you.
Only if the Ticats are in, though, right?
Oh no! Well, if Calgary's going to be in, I was going to say when Calgary's in, I'll
Calgary's
get a
in.
Cardinals jersey. And
There you
I'll
go.
wear that.
Perfect. Yeah.
Calgary's in for sure.
Or I'll just wear the Jets because it's green. Edmonton's green.
Yeah.
Oh, they're green and yellow though. So
Close
if you had
enough.
They'll look cute and they'll think you're a Saskatchewan fan.
yeah,
Oh, that's true.
right. Think you're Riders.
I do not want anyone thinking I'm a Saskatchewan fan. So Chris did not do his homework again, so we can only assume that I am winning.
I think I got zero. I got 0 games right this weekend.
Whoa, really?
None of them right. Not one.
Wow.
Yep. I picked Hamilton. I picked Winnipeg. I picked Saskatchewan, and I picked Calgary, and I got all of them wrong.
I pro-lined on Calgary.
Whoa. Well, Drew Tate started, so
Yeah, I know. I did I was really shocked when it was really low scoring.
if I'm them, I'm going for the record. Like, because it would have been a record for wins.
Yeah.
And me, I'm going for it.
Which is crazy. The first loss was the first game of the season.
Yep.
See.
At the expense of is a single season. It's like winning the President's Trophy. Like,
Hey, ask the
are you
State
going?
Warriors how that felt.
You know what, though? There's something to be said about keeping your foot down. So
True, but if you have the opportunity to rest your players and not affect
I know.
seeding at all,
So conventional wisdom says rest them. There's something to be said about keeping your foot down.
I get wanting to go for the record, but it's also if anyone got hurt in that game,
Right.
and there's literally nothing on the line.
But then if you lose in the first round of the playoffs, then they'll play the card like, well, you rested your players, so they lost momentum. Yada,
That's
yada,
true. We are running out of time, so let's pack in some quick hockey talk, which we are at the time of year where I'm still not 100% caring about hockey because football's super exciting. Baseball's almost over, so once baseball's over, we can focus our attention greatly. Right in the fields with Craig Anderson.
Mm-hmm. And he's on my fantasy team, so that makes it even much better.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the shit that happens in hockey, a boring, no personality, white man's game, and we'll get there. Having a story like that is really sweet. If only Craig Anderson did not look like The Undertaker. We posted about Evander Kane, and I just wanted to touch on that quickly because we started the podcast with racism. Let's end it with racism. Evander Kane, not us being racist. We're not being racist for anyone who decided to skip ahead to this point in the podcast. Evander Kane has been charged with a whole bunch of things, and the cops, and this isn't uncommon in cases, saying, essentially keep your nose clean, and we will purge your record. It's kind of probation with not formally being probation, because once you get an actual arrest record, you're screwed for a while, blah, blah, blah.
It's like getting that speed ticket, but getting it, instead of 30 miles over the speed limit, you're reduced to 10, so you're not getting points in your license.
Yeah, exactly. This is saying, we're going to give you a chance. Don't get busted again.
Yeah.
Keep your nose clean, and this will all go away. I think this is... I don't think this would get as much attention if he was a white person.
No.
But that's just, yeah, that's just...
Well, ask the other Kane. Patrick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
exactly.
was a lot of...
Well, how quickly did that go away, though?
Well,
because the case fell apart.
Because she, her story fell apart, and she flip-flopped, and this and that, and so it turns out maybe she was making it all up.
I just always... Yeah.
Well, with Evander, I think there's video of the things you did at the club, no? Or at the bar, whatever it was?
Yeah, but is he the only person in the league doing this?
Oh, definitely not.
Why is he getting caught?
Because it's in Buffalo.
Yeah. The cops, when they're not too busy busting dildo factories, they have time to stop Evander. I don't know. I am a fan of him, and I'm a fan of PK, and I think both of them get bad raps.
Yeah. Did you see PK's Halloween costume, by the way?
I did not.
He was dressed as Prince, Purple Rain Prince.
Nice.
Not
and
dead
it looked
prince.
spectacular. Yes, not zombie prince.
Oh, we have a dog attacking us again. That is a good sign to wrap this thing up. We've been going for a while. That's not.
Yep.
Dave is now. My dog is now barking.
Perfect.
So we should end this before this gets
Out of hand.
a little out of hand. So thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, like us on everything. Tyler just uploaded us somewhere and I don't know what it was. So find it and like us. Facebook, Twitter, Instagrams, and
The YouTubes.
Twitch, YouTube, and tell people about us. That's the only other thing. If you like
That's
this,
the number one thing.
Pay it forward.
turn to the person sitting beside you and say, "Hey, I really like this podcast, Scotch Warning."
Especially if it's a stranger.
Especially if it's a stranger, or as Dave just yelled in the background, even if it's your mom.
Or your neighbor, since
Or your neighbor.
you probably listens by yourself.
But I already told your mom about the podcast.
Oh! Let's end on that, because that was great.
What is that
What's that noise?
Is that the dog?
It's like rhythmic.
I feel like that's a tail?
Like a Nine Inch Nails song, just getting started.
No.
Mark, are you going to be able to stick around for Game of Thrones?
No, I gotta leave work for now.
Well,
Yeah.
Leave work for now? Yeah, you should leave work for now.
I spoke to Yoda. Good. No.
it's good,
Just-
yes.
We're just gonna do like a quickie.
I'm going to go pee.
Do it.
If
Is
it's
that
5 minute
good?
quickie, I can be on it. But if it's more than like,
Probably like 20, 25.
yeah, it's not good.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right. Have a good one, guys.